You're listening to the Jam Price Show, all about movies. And today, my guest is Barbara Miller, award winning director Barbara Miller. And we're going to be talking about her beautiful documentary entitled Wisdom of Happiness, which is a heart to heart talk with the Dalai Lama. Welcome to the show, Barbara.
Thank you so much, Jen, for having me.
It's a pleasure having you on the show today. What a wonderful documentary this is. The Wisdom of Happiness opened our Illuminate Film Festival here in Santa Barbara this past May, and it was received beautifully by everyone in the audience, and there was a lot of discussion afterwards about this film. So I'm so happy to have you on the show to talk about it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. How did this film come about?
I mean, we really had the idea about 5 years ago that we wanted to do a documentary where the Dalai Lama is talking directly to the audience and where we have the chance to sum up all his old wisdom and combining it with our modern world, because we really had the feeling that our modern world really needs this knowledge about how to achieve in this, let's say, chaotic and stressful everyday life, how to find inner peace and happiness. So that's how the whole adventure started.
And you're right. We do need this more than ever. Always. Yeah. And it's timely. It's very timely to have this film come out now. How accessible was the Dalai Lama? So this was an idea you had, and then you had to approach him. And what was that like? And how receptive was he to having his story told this way?
Yeah, it wasn't so easy. We got in contact with his office, and they said that the Dalai Lama won't do any long interview anymore. And then we really thought, how is it possible? Because we really, really wanted to get this wisdom together in a film. And we had this incredible chance to work together with Manuel Bauer, who is the personal photographer of the Dalai Lama since 30 years. And he's Swiss. And he decided for the very first time to do also cinematography. So with him being in our team and having this idea that the Dalai Lama, when he's talking to me, he's directly approaching the audience, we were able to convince the Dalai Lama and his office. And this is how we get this incredible access, which, yeah, this interview, which probably,
Okay, you froze up a little
as
bit.
we have seen now, the last long interview with Dalai Lama.
Because he turned 90 what, in July. Is that correct? Somewhere around there, he turned 90.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. He turned 90 in July. And this is also why this year, till next July, is called
Oh, you're freezing up. It's called what?
the year of compassion, because compassion for him is the year of compassion, because this is like the most important feeling and attitude that he really wants to bring to the world.
And again, now more than ever, here we go again. Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's one thing to say we have to bring lots of love into the world, which we do, but compassion is a word that is completely, I mean, it encompasses so much. It truly does. And that's what in this film, he talks deeply about. All the ways compassion can affect our lives and affect other people, and how it's all tied up to forgiveness too. I mean, that's the other part of the puzzle here. If that's not the right word either, but that we need to have all of it: love and compassion and forgiveness, and those are very powerful words. And if we can all encompass all of those attributes, then we're doing a pretty good job as a spiritual being on the planet at this particular time and moment. So how long did it take you? Did he just sit down at one stretch, or did you have many sessions with him to record him?
Yeah, we had the chance to have one interview with him. I mean, we prepared 3 days with the Indian and the Swiss film crew out up in Dharamsala, which is in the Himalayas. So it wasn't easy to bring all our equipment up there. And then we were allowed in his private rooms to prepare this interview. And the moment he came in, I mean, we were all really nervous, of this one chance to have the interview with him. And but he came in and he was so kind and he was laughing and he took us away immediately when he entered the room, all this nervousness. And yeah, we started then the interview and he was so like, yeah, he was extremely deep in what he said. I mean, he knew with every sentence he says, he will really approach directly the audience. I mean, it's like this private session with the Dalai Lama, the whole wisdom of happiness experience. And yeah, I mean, it was incredible. It was incredible to be so close to the Dalai Lama and this feeling of love and kindness that he's really yeah, that he gives everyone that's close to him or everyone who is listening to him. This was really a once in a lifetime experience, and I'm so happy we were able to, yeah, to transform that in a film.
Yes, and I mean, I can't imagine being in his presence for that long a period of time. How did it change you? How did it change you? Did it change you being in his presence?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it always changes you if you're so close to such a wonderful human being because you realize how loving and caring and deep we can all be. I mean, he always says we're all equal, we're all human beings. So this feeling that he transmits is really a feeling that we all can have and feel in ourselves. And this is the wonderful thing. I mean, he's such a incredible philosopher and thinker, but he also in the way how he talks about our sorrows, our problems, our fear. He's so down to earth. He really understands what we are going through as human beings, also in our modern world. And yeah, to be close to this knowledge and this love was really, really beautiful. And I'm so happy we were able to do this movie and show it to the world and transform this experience, yeah, in a film that everyone can see.
Exactly. I'm really grateful that you did decide to do this film because humanity does need it. It truly does. I got the opportunity to go see the Dalai Lama when he came to Salt Lake City, actually, quite a few
Wonderful.
years ago. Yes, and he was there like for a Friday night session and a Saturday session. So I went and spent, and it just again, that's in a huge auditorium. So you're not next to him, but just being in that energy was very transforming for all of us who were there, just to be in that energy, his beautiful, wonderful energy. So how many years did it take for you to put this film together?
It took us 5 years.
Okay.
It was quite a long journey because we really wanted not only
Okay, you froze up again.
having him talking in the interview, but we wanted also, yeah, I mean, we really wanted to not only have him talking in the interview, but to make it a really experience of his knowledge, a real experience of his wisdom. And with that, we had Manuel Bauer, who traveled the world and made incredible images, which are about environment, about the situation in Tibet, who are talking about our modern world. And we were able to get access to the archive in Dharamsala, the Dalai Lama archive, with old footage which has never been digitalized. And we were able to digitalize all this old material, these old film rolls were brought to Switzerland. And it's like a treasure. We had images that now can be seen in the world which has never been seen before, and this was really a huge gift. And it was, yeah, it took us a long time to combine all these different elements to a movie where you can experience what the Dalai Lama really wants to give us as a gift to the world.
Yeah, and I loved all of that, the whole archival footage that you have, giving us the history of what went on, and from when he was very little, and how he became the Dalai Lama, but also, about the how he had to leave and flee and all of it. I mean, it was. I was amazed that you had access to that. How difficult was it for you to get access to those or that archival footage?
Yeah, this was quite difficult because at the beginning we were searching for with some other films. We were looking what kind of archive material is there, and we realized that the quality of most archival materials wasn't so good. So we really tried to find the source, and we were lucky to find it in Dharamsala. And we knew that in Switzerland there is one of the best firms, technical place to digitalize it really in the best quality possible. And it was difficult to bring it to Switzerland because, of course, it's like a cultural heritage, the Tibetan cultural heritage. And with this access, with this personal access through Manuel Bauer, it was possible that the office personally brought it to Switzerland and we could digitalize it and give it back also as a gift for the archive in Dharamsala so that now it's really safe for, you can say, for eternity. But this material isn't going to be lost somewhere. So this was really yeah, incredible opportunity to find this archival material. And
One.
what is really incredible, I mean, as you have seen the film, is the quality.
Mhm.
I mean, you would never ever believe it's from the 50s. It's from that original time, and it's so brilliant and it's so beautiful. I mean, it's like almost if it has been shot today.
Exactly, exactly. The quality is excellent in it, definitely. And what a wonderful gift to give back to them too, to have that. I'm sure they didn't even think about that.
No, no, but it was so important for us to really that this cultural heritage, this Tibetan rich cultural heritage is going on, and it's not, yeah, that we don't lose it because of course if you have old film rolls, they're deteriorating, and yeah, it's there's always this danger of losing this material.
Always, and we know we have lost so much, through the years. And that's why the American Film Institute and others who are preserving film are so important
Exactly.
to the film industry. And so we can keep our history going. But we've lost a lot through the years. We definitely have. How did Richard Gere get involved? We know he has practiced Buddhism for many, many years, and he's also been a friend of the Dalai Lama for about 40 years or so. So, how did you attract him to become one of the producers of Wisdom of Happiness?
Yeah, I mean, this was an incredible gift, and we were so lucky to have, yeah, to meet Richard. I mean, we had like a rough cut.
You keep freezing up, but I'm going to let the audience
And
know that Barbara is in Switzerland. So every once in a while she freezes up. So I just want to let you know why that's happening. So.
oh, oh, I'm so
Okay, we're
sorry.
talking about Richard Gere. That's all right. It's just, yeah, it's just technology. Sometimes it works and sometimes it glitches. So you're okay. So let's talk about Richard Gere again, how you approached him and how he got involved.
Yeah, we were so lucky we had the chance to show him a rough cut of Wisdom of Happiness, and he came to watch it with his wife and with the niece of the Dalai Lama, and they all were extremely moved of what we had already as a rough cut. And Richard really wanted to get involved because he said, I mean, this is really a chance to do a documentary where we can really transform all this wisdom into a film. And we were together with Orn Moverman, one of his best friends. We had the chance to be 2 months in New York in the editing room, and we went through the whole archival material, through the whole interview, and we created in the end the film together. And I mean, you know, with all this knowledge of the Dalai Lama, uh, and especially from Richard Gere, all this knowledge of Richard Gere, and this personal approach also to the Dalai Lama was so wonderful. You know, it was also seeing the Dalai Lama with different eyes and having a different approach, also more personal approach. For Richard, it was really important to show the Dalai Lama that the audience understands that the Dalai Lama wasn't just the Dalai Lama from birth, that he was a little child who wanted to play, and that it was really difficult to become this, yeah, this incredible human being, the Dalai Lama. But yeah, to see also these images where the Dalai Lama was a small kid,
Yes.
it was so wonderful. And for Richard, it was really important to have also these parts in the film, not only showing him like this, yeah, this spiritual person, but as a human being. And this really helped us to bring it all together.
Yes. It does. It does. What was the most difficult part of filming this?
I would say the most difficult part was for sure the editing, to bring all these different pieces together. I mean, we also have these incredible photographs Manuel Bauer did from the Dalai Lama over these 30 years. So we had a huge collection of photos, and to really choose the ones where you see, let's say, the soul of the Dalai Lama, the spirit of the Dalai Lama, the humanity of the Dalai Lama. This was probably the most difficult thing to bring it all together, because of course, I mean, there would be so much to say, and there would be so much to put into this movie, and we really wanted to focus on what we need, what we think that today's audience needs to find way to find yeah, in a way, inner peace, to breathe, to find ways to happiness also, if I mean the surroundings and the actual times and what is happening with the wars going on, with all the instabilities, that we can really yeah, transform through this film our day-to-day life more into something that, yeah, we're hopeful, and we have the feeling of, okay, I mean, it's difficult, but we can do it, and we can do it together, and together we can, yeah, create a, let's say, more peaceful future also for our children and for the next generations to come.
Very important that we do that. And so it's like the story about the starfish, being somebody on the beach and there's all these starfish. I'm sorry for this story. It's a wonderful story. And they're all on the beach. And so this young boy, he starts throwing the starfish back into the ocean. And, you know, his friend that he was with is, what are you doing? And he says, you're not going to make a difference. I got all these starfish. He said, well, it made a difference to that starfish. So, and that's the thing. We can have that ripple effect. If each of us can remember to be more compassionate towards one another and more loving and forgiving, then that can ripple out. And that's what the message of, I believe, of this film really is how each one of us has a role in making a
Absolutely.
difference. You froze up again.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, that's what, oh, I'm so sorry. I mean,
That's all right. Keep
is it
going.
now back?
Yeah, it comes back.
Yeah,
It goes off and on real fast, but it's good. It happens. It happens all the time. So
I'm so sorry.
no, don't worry about it.
Shouldn't happen. No, I really think that's the message of the film. I mean, each and everyone can find ways to find more happiness for oneself, and with it also to help to create happiness and peace and a more loving environment for all of us. I mean, exactly what you said. I mean, yeah, that's what the Dalai Lama for me stands for, and what he really tries to transmit. I mean, we all have this happiness inside. It's just that we sometimes are losing the access to it, or maybe we don't care so much about it, and we don't care so much about our inner peace, and we don't care so much about the other people. And it's so important that we, yeah, recenter and re refine this energy and this point of change in a way. The point where we can really, yeah, change and be part of this change.
And I agree 1000%. In this, he does talk about meditation and how important meditation is, and talks about breathing and, how do we do that? And, I've meditated for years and years and years, not to the same level as the Dalai Lama, but I always believe it's really important to wake up in an attitude of gratitude. And before I even get out of bed, I at least say at least five things that I'm grateful for. And then you start off your day, and then I do a morning walk, and I call it my gratitude walk too. So I think those are, just being grateful for what we have, and just that can make a difference too. Just being in that attitude of gratitude, it makes you happy, feel good, because then you start thinking all the wonderful things you do have to be grateful for, and that brings happiness into your life.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly that. I mean, what you said, it doesn't need to be big things often. Often it's just these daily little things, these little steps, this little being aware of things, being grateful, being, yeah, seeing the beauty of nature, the beauty of life, the gift of life. I mean, I think really this is what Wisdom of Happiness wants to transmit, that it doesn't need to be big or huge or I know the explosion of everything. It's just these day-to-day things which are really, really changing things. I mean, the routine you have, I'm sure it changes your life and it changes the life of so many other people who are around you. And this is what it's all about.
It's 100% what it's all about. And I also think it's about what I try to do also is acknowledge people. I walk in the morning and people put their heads down. There's just you and I. We can say good morning and acknowledge, but acknowledging a homeless person, making them feel like they're visible, that they're being seen, by saying hello and, asking how they are doing today, and just not ignoring them, because that's so easy to do, is to ignore someone. And I think that it's really important to acknowledge this is another person just like you. I always say, there for the grace of God go I. So I think it's those small little things that we all can do. And you're right, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It's just the small things that can make a difference.
Totally. And I mean, if you acknowledge someone, it changes their day. And in a way, it changes their lives because there is someone who sees them, who accepts them as human beings. And I think this is really what the Dalai Lama always says. We are all human beings, and we should really feeling this kindness one to another. And I mean, what he even says, he says, yeah, also what we called our so-called enemies or people we feel maybe hatred or strange feelings against, that we really see them as, maybe we don't accept their actions, but as human beings, as the actor, we should really, really accept them and see them, yeah, what they are, human beings. With this attitude, so much would change in the world. And it's not a big thing. It's just the way how you see the world and how you behave in the world and how you approach the other. And I mean, it's wonderful if you are, yeah, greeting in the morning a homeless person, because it makes this person again feeling alive and feeling accepted, feeling part of society. And this is so important that we, yeah, have that we include everyone and we don't
Right.
exclude
Right.
people.
Well, if we really have a spiritual, if we're spiritual, we believe we all are one, so we all are connected. We're all interconnected. Oh, Barbara, such a pleasure and honor to interview you today. Where can people see Wisdom of Happiness? And I highly, highly recommend that everyone see this. Bring your children, bring your family, bring everyone to see this film. It's a beautiful film, and it is filled with lots of wisdom, lots of wisdom. So where can people see Wisdom of Happiness?
I mean, we're so happy. Wisdom of Happiness will come to the US and Canada. It will start with a live simulcast all over the US, North America on the 16th of October. And from the 17th on, it will be in the cinemas